Okay, good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started. And I want to start right away in meditation and just a little bit of time to breathe and arrive together this morning. So if you prefer a seat, please find a comfortable seat. If you prefer to start in Shavasana, which is where we'll be heading to after this and moving from, you can begin in Shavasana. But go ahead and take a moment to close your eyes. And as you settle into your space, just allow your sits bones to sink into the earth, or the back of your body to settle into your mat. As you settle in, allow your awareness to move to your breath. And just start with the noticing of each breath in and each breath out. As you continue to follow your breath, begin the process of really slowly and gradually deepening each inhale. And then lengthening each exhale. And as you deepen each breath in, and smooth, steady, and extend every breath out. Maybe notice how the deepening of your breath creates this expansiveness within your body. And maybe that expansiveness reaches into the layers of your heart and mind as well. And this feeling of stretching, this feeling of expanding, giving us this kind of taste of our potential. And the expansiveness, feeling this fullness, right? This fullness of energy that is ready to be applied. And every exhale is this invitation to clear away any doubts about our expansiveness, our potential. So just continue to breathe in and out, and slow and steady. And there's this little mantra from a book called Dear Universe that I thought I'd like to share this morning with you. It says, "Dear Universe, it opened my heart and my mind to new and exciting experiences and adventures. I trust that you will guide me to intuitively follow the right path of inspired action to take. And so be it, so it is." I'll say it one more time so that you can really feel it in your body with your breath. Dear Universe, open my heart and my mind to new and exciting experiences and adventures. I trust that you will guide me to intuitively follow the right path of inspired action to take. And so be it, so it is. So as you continue to breathe, just let those words settle into your body, your heart, your mind. And you trust in the power that is greater than to guide us in the right direction. And that your intuition is connected to that wisdom. It will take you to exactly where you're meant to be. Just as you're exactly meant to be in this moment, right here, right now. You're in this practice, not by coincidence, but by purpose. And through that purpose, right, you can make the choice to move on purpose, right, to take inspired action, to expand and to grow. and to grow into our truest potential. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose, nice and full. Whenever you're ready, a clearing exhale out to release. We'll take 2 more just like that. So a really deep, expansive inhale. And a cleansing, clearing exhale. One more time, deep breath in through your nose. And the cleansing exhale to release. Now allow your lips to seal and let your breath begin to travel in and out of your nose. Okay, slowly blink your eyes open and gently find your way to your back body into a full body stretch. And you'll start to send your hands up and overhead. You might spread your fingers, maybe spread your toes. You might take some circles to your ankles and your wrists, just starting to check in with your joints. And eventually bring both knees into your body. As you draw your thighs towards your heart, just taking a moment to reconnect to that intention. Okay. Trusting in the universe to guide you on this journey towards expansion. And go ahead and let your knees both drop over to the left into a gentle twist. Allow your right shoulder to get heavy to the earth. And simply breathe along the right side of your body. Maybe you notice how your twist kind of emphasizes that fullness, your breath stretch from the inside out as you inhale. That sense of letting go as you exhale. And then from here, go ahead and continue to roll to your left into a fetal pose on your left side. You'll rest your left ear into your left bicep. And then maybe you reach your right hand down for your right foot for a modified bow shape. As you open through your thigh, your quadricep, gently draw your navel to your spine so you have just a little bit of added resistance against the thigh stretch. And as you slowly send your tailbone forward to the top of your yoga mat, encourage your entire thigh bone back in space. So not just the knee, but also the mid and upper thigh towards the wall behind your heart. Let your right collarbone get a little bit wider as you take your last breath in here. And on your exhale, just gently release your right thigh to stack on top of your left. We're gonna roll onto our back body again. Bring both knees through center. And then eventually let your knees tip over to the right, gentle twist second side. And take those 2 to 3 cycles of breath here. Feeling the fullness along your left side body now. And then after this next breath, you'll continue on this journey to the right into fetal pose. Right ear rests into your right bicep. Maybe your left hand reaches down to catch your left foot. As you find this half bow or modified bow, and that little bit of core connection as well, just starting to light up that awareness, that mind-body connection to your center, to the power at your core. As you lengthen your spine and energize your tailbone forward, begin to feel that entire left thigh bone move back in space. Notice how that changes the sensation along your quadricep. Allow the back of your skull to tip back a little bit. Getting a little prouder through your front line. Your left collarbone widens. Feeling that openness across your center, across your chest. One more breath in. And release your left thigh to stack on top of your right. And again, roll onto your back body. Bring both knees to your chest, lengthen through your low back, and then place your feet down to the earth, knees bent. You're going to send your right leg up to the sky for a hamstring stretch. And as you reach behind your right leg, send a little softness in your knee. But find an extension up through your right heel so that stretch reaches into your calf, as well as your hamstring. As you reach high through your right heel, go ahead and start to pull your navel down towards the earth a little bit. Be connecting to that center space, and then go ahead and reach your hands up and overhead like a full body stretch. And on your breath in, we're going to slowly lower our right leg down towards a hover. Really take your time with this. And then on your exhale, just lift your right leg up to the sky. Push through your left foot. Just start to lift your head, shoulders, and hands. And reach forward towards the front of your yoga mat, framing your legs. And then you'll use your center strength to slowly lower your right leg back to a hover. Slowly reach your hands up and overhead again. Same thing on your exhale, push through your left foot, lift your right leg, lift your head and shoulders to lead with your heart space and reach forward. And one more time, breath in, lower, open. And then on your exhale, root, lift, and reach. Okay, pause here, flex your right heel to the sky again, and take your hands behind your head, elbows really wide. Send your left leg forward to a hover, so this capital L shape in your legs. The right leg's gonna move up and down again, but the upper body is just gonna stay at this slight lift. So on your inhale, lower your right heel to tap your left toes. Low back stays anchored, and exhale, lift your right leg to the sky. If that feels like too much, you can always bend your left knee back to the earth and bridge your left foot to your mat. Okay, same thing, inhale, right leg lowers. Center strength active. Exhale, right leg lifts, navel pulls down to your spine. Just one more here, breath in, right leg lowers. And on your exhale, your right leg will lift. And then release, relax, knees to chest, let your head and shoulders drop back. Take a really deep breath in through your nose. And then clearing, exhale to let go. And keeping your knees bent, place your feet to the earth. And then send your left leg up to the sky, just moving into second side, your hamstring stretch. As you reach behind your left leg and bringing your leg towards your body. And then start to include the calf as you reach your left leg, or rather your left heel up towards the ceiling. When this is the fullness of your breath that's kind of faded away, go ahead and deepen your breath again. So every inhale is a little bit wider and every exhale is a little bit longer. As you start to draw in through your center, stretch high through your left heel, reach your hands up and overhead. As you reach through your right foot, your breath in is going to lower your left leg towards a hover, nice and slow and strong. Only go so low that your low back can stay anchored. Exhale, lift your left leg, let your shoulder blades boost your heart off the earth, and then reach forward towards the front of your yoga mat. And two more like this. Inhale, slow motion, lower, open. On your exhale, try to lead with your heart as much as possible so your head is along for the ride. That adds a little more pressure for the core. And one more like this. Inhale, lower, open. And on your exhale, root, lift, and reach. Pause at the top. Take your hands behind your head. If you want to keep your right leg as is, again, you can feel free to keep your right leg bridged. Otherwise, send your right leg forward to a low diagonal or a hover. We're going to inhale our left heel down towards our right toes or to a hover. Exhale, left leg lifts up slow. Good, last two, your pace. Inhale, lower. Just bring the range of motion that works for you. Exhale, left leg lifts. Okay, last one here, breath in. Feel all that power at your center. Exhale, left leg lifts. And then again, release and relax knees to your chest. Your head and shoulders release. Again, knees bent. Place your feet to the earth. We're going to take one round of bridge pose. Drive down with your heels. Begin to lift your pelvis towards the sky. And this bridge doesn't need to be your deepest bridge pose. Okay? Just think about finding that root to rise energy, as well as a stretch to not only your front line, but your back body too. So we're trying to get more spacious, okay? The front of our body and also through the back of our body. So as the tailbone reaches slightly towards the backs of your knees. Knees reach slightly forward. And then notice, can you balance out the effort of your hamstrings and your glutes by lining up not only your center core that we were just using, but also your pelvic floor. What happens when you pull energetically up and in through your pelvic floor muscles? You take one more breath in. And on your exhale, lengthen as you lower, feel your tailbone reach forward as you descend your hips all the way down to the earth. Take a pause, and then start to make your way up to tabletop pose whenever you're ready. So you can either rock and roll forward and back. You can also just tip to your left or to your right and press your way up. As we make our way to all fours, we'll start with a couple rounds of cat-cow, so shoulders over wrists and hips above your knees. Start to breathe into your cow shape, elevate your heart. Untuck your tailbone to the sky, and then exhale to your cat pose, round it out. You're gonna inhale to your cow shape, lift your heart, lift your tail. Maybe lift your gaze. And exhale to your cat spine. Then one more time, breath in to lift, open. And then exhale to round, curl. Then go ahead and find a neutral in your spine. We're gonna walk our hands out wide. So on your fingertips, if it feels okay, tent your fingertips wide on the outside edges of your yoga mat. Your hands are still kind of in line with your shoulders. You're gonna squeeze your finger pads and take a breath in. On your exhale, bend your elbows wide and slowly dive your heart straight down towards the center of your yoga mat. Make shoulders out of ears, elbows over wrists. Squeeze your shoulder blades gently together. On your inhale, press down to rise back up. On your next exhale, dip your right shoulder to the midline and look over to the left. So your elbows going wide to stack over your wrist, shoulders slide out of your ears. Then inhale up to your center. And exhale, second side, left shoulder sinks to the midline. Take your gaze towards the right. And then breath in to lift back up. This time as you exhale, walk your fingertips forward out in front of you and dive your heart or your forehead down to the earth. If you want to release your palms to your mat instead, you can always release to your palms. Just take one breath in. And one breath out. And then if you're on your fingertips still, release your palms all the way down to the ground. And then start to bend at your elbows. Shift your shoulders over your elbows. Yeah. And then go ahead and tuck your toes and hover your knees like a couple inches off the earth. So this like hovering baby dolphin shape. As you press down with your forearm, push your toes, draw your navel up. Just feel that energy at your center. Slightly hug your elbows to your toes to your elbows. You can also think about hugging your right elbow towards your left toes and your left elbow towards your right toes. And continue to push the earth away and pull your center in. Take one more breath here. Then on your exhale, lower your knees to your yoga mat. Walk your hands back beneath your shoulders to tabletop pose. This time tuck your toes, hover your knees into a hovering tabletop. Just one breath in. And we'll all go to downward facing dog on our exhale out. And give yourself a couple of breaths just to be here. So maybe one heel stretches in the direction of the earth, and then you switch that out for the other. Maybe you just soften your knees generously and send your sits bones up and back towards the sky. Take one more breath here. And let your next inhalation lift your right leg towards the ceiling. Find your three-legged dog. And on your exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Shift forward, slow and strong. The three-legged dog, deep breath in, right leg reaches. Right knee and right shoulder as you breathe out, shift forward. Three-legged dog, take your inhale. And then to your left tricep on your exhale. It's three-legged dog, big breath in. And then place your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Let your exhale, your center help you out. You're gonna drop your left knee all the way down to the earth. And then press down and lift your heart and hands. And let your out breath zip up your front line. So think front is pull to the back of your body. Yeah, it's almost gonna feel like your cat spine here. Lengthen through your low back as you draw your navel in. We're gonna hook our right thumb in front of our left. So creating this like little hook with our thumbs. Fingers can spread wide. Bend your elbows and pull apart. So you're trying to rip your thumbs apart. You're trying to pull your elbows wide. Keep your fronts drawn together, but take your elbows back in space a little bit. Maybe you lift your chin just slightly, so you're a little prouder through your heart space. You just don't have to take your elbows very far back in space. Let your shoulder blades boost your sternum to the sky. Breathe in. Then exhale, release through goddess arms. Let your elbows open. Let your hands fall to the earth to frame your right foot. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs into a cat lunge. So this hamstring stretch. From here, you'll bend into your front knee and step forward to a forward fold. Left foot meets your right. Little softness in your knees. Go ahead and inhale to a halfway lift. Untuck your tail as you lengthen your spine. And exhale, dive back down to the earth, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, deep breath in. With your exhale, soft knees, forward fold, right back down. Half lift on your inhale, extend your spine. And high plank as you exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. And decide if you want to have your knees up or if you'd like to place your knees on the earth for a little extra support. And press down into the ground for that same root to rise sensation as you take one more breath here. And you're going to inhale forward towards your tippy toes. And exhale, lower slowly to your belly. The elbows pull back as your heart pulls forward. So your triceps engage on the way down. And then untuck your toes. Tent your fingertips out wide for Gecko Pose, so similar to what we did in our tabletop. And then inhale, lift your heart up any amount. And exhale, dip your left shoulder in and look to the right. And inhale up to your center. And exhale, dip your right shoulder in and look over to the left. And you're going to inhale through your center one more time. And then pull your heart forward as you lower down. Bring your hands by your low ribs. With an inhale, find a low cobra. Lift the back of your heart. Keep your heart lifted, walking one elbow at a time forward. Walk your elbows forward to your Sphinx Pose. So elbows are stacked beneath your shoulders. Forearms are two parallel lines. Root down with your forearms. Pull your heart forward and up. Try to breathe space between your ribcage and your pelvis. And then you're going to tuck your toes underneath. Knees up or down, push down into a forearm plank. And take two more breaths here. Your right elbow hug towards your left toes. Left elbow hug towards your right toes. And then take one more inhale, push down to the earth. As you exhale, lower your hips back to Sphinx. Untuck your toes. Option to push into your palms, lift your elbows a little bit for a gentle seal. And then elbows go wide, lower down through a belly down Shavasana. Hands are going to slide back by your low ribs. There's no rush. We're going to move through an upward facing dog to downward facing dog. So as you're ready, big breath in, pull your heart open. Eyes lift off the earth, and downward facing dog. Send your hips to the sky. Inhale your left leg up towards the ceiling. Then exhale to bring your knee to your nose. That slow, steady intention as you shift forward. Three-legged dog, breathe in and out. Left knee to your left shoulder, take your time as you breathe out. The three-legged dog, take an inhale. And then to your right tricep as you exhale. Three-legged dog, deep breath in. And left foot lands in between your thumbs on your next out breath. Let your right knee release down to the earth. And push your left foot and pull your heart towards the sky. You can take your time to really contain the front line of your body here. Imagine you're trying to pull your front ribs all the way into the back of your body. And hook your left thumb in front of your right. Bend through your elbows and as you try to pull your thumbs and your elbows apart. Feel that stretch across your chest. Scoot your elbows just slightly back in space. And that really gentle lift of your chin, your shoulder blades, and that little boost across your heart. Take an inhale here. And exhale, goddess your arms, elbows open wide. And let your hands fall to frame your left foot. You'll lift your back knee off the earth and lengthen both your legs to your hamstring stretch. You bend into your front knee this time. Step forward into your forward fold. Right foot meets your left. Take an inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale to release. Rise to stand on your next breath. Urdhva Hastasana, reach up high. And exhale, folds you right back down. Uttanasana, forward fold. A half lift, we lengthen out with inhale. And then high plank pose as you exhale. And take a breath in here. And a breath out here. Then shift forward on our inhale. Lower half flare all the way chaturanga as you exhale. Open your heart up, dog or cobra, big breath in. And downward facing dog on your exhale out. Take a breath through your nose. And then clear that breath out of your mouth, let it go. And inhale, right leg finds the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale to bring your knee towards your nose, shift forward slow. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. One-legged plank, reach your right leg back in line with your spine. This can also be a regular high plank. And then right knee to your right shoulder. Then one-legged plank or high plank, take a big breath in. Right knee to your left tricep as you breathe out. Three-legged dog or right leg will lift all the way to the sky. Then place your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Once you have your roots, go ahead and press through your feet, rise all the way up high, Crescent Lunge, big breath in. And hook your right thumb in front of your left, bend your elbows wide and pull wide energetically. As you send your elbows back, scoop your heart forward now. Maybe look a little bit towards the sky. Take another big breath in. Exhale, goddess, your arms open your heart. And then airplane, hinge your heart forward. Send your airplane wings beside you. And then lean your weight to your right foot. Zip up through your center. We're headed to chair pose. So as you come to your left tippy toe, either slide your left toes to the top or take a big step into your chair pose, your seat. Low with your hips, begin to lift your heart and hands. And exhale to airplane your arms beside you again. This time, lean your weight to your left foot and flamingo your right heel to your seat. Feel the hug through your right hamstring. Push through your left foot, rise all the way to stand with your right leg. Take a big breath in. And at the top, feeling our power, fist of fire, create fists with your hands. And pull your elbows back beside you. And flex your biceps. And you send your sternum up high. Maybe kick forward through your right heel. Big breath in. Airplane pose. Slowly pendulum swing into your flight. As you release the fists, okay, that kind of fist of fire bind, feel your triceps, the backs of your arms, take on some of the energy here. One more breath in. And exhale, right toes to the back of your yoga mat, high crescent lunge. Take an inhale to lift up. Let your exhale, bring your hands down to your yoga mat, bring your left foot. And lift your left leg to the ceiling, find your three-legged dog, big breath in. And knee to nose as you breathe out. One-legged plank or high plank, send your left leg back on your inhale. Left knee, left shoulder is your exhale. Then one-legged plank or high plank, breathe in fully. Left knee to your right tricep as you breathe out. We're going to three-legged dog next. Left leg lifts to the ceiling. And step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. As you invite your heart forward, root into your feet, high crescent lunge, breath in to rise up tall. Your exhale is gonna hook your left thumb in front of your right. Bend your elbows, scoot your elbows back in space. And just ease your way into this. This upward energy of your ribcage lifts off your pelvis. Maybe open your throat as you take your gaze to the sky a little bit, breathe in. And goddess your arms, let that energy that was building up in your chest wash through to your fingertips. As you airplane hinge forward, heart over your left thigh. And upward energy through your chest. Come to your right tippy toe and then find your way to chair pose with Utkatasana. Slide or step into your seat. Let your sits bones and your fingertips reach in opposite directions as you breathe in. Then airplane your arms and flamingo your left toe to your seat, breath out. And once you have some steadiness, root into your right foot, rise to stand, full in breath, carries you tall with your left leg. Okay, fist of fire, maybe kick forward through your left toe as you pull and flex through your biceps. And proud through your heart space, go ahead and fly back into your airplane pose, take your time. And send your breath underneath your body as you root down your right leg. And we'll release into our crescent lunge, left toes land as light as possible. Breathe in and stretch to the sky. At your exhalation, arrive your hands down to the earth. Three-legged dog, right leg finds the ceiling on your inhale. And bring your knee to your nose, let your exhale shift you forward. Hold for your breath in. And hold for your breath out. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky with your next in-breath. Right knee to your right shoulder on your out-breath. Hold for one inhale. And stay for your exhale. Three-legged dog, right leg reaches tall. One more, right knee to your left tricep. Hold for breath in. Stay as you slowly release that breath away. Three-legged dog, right leg finds the sky. And step your right foot forward in between your thumbs. A little add-on here, dip your left knee to a hover, take your cow lunge. And then lengthen both your legs, reconnecting to your cat lunge. Awesome, go ahead and bend into your right knee again. And then find a Shiva squat, so bring your left knee towards your right calf. It may be the kind of outside of your right calf. Low through your hips, a little bit of a lift through your heart. Press through your right foot, gentle standing split. Slowly send your left leg to the sky. And you want to softness through your right knee. Full breath in. And exhale back to your Shiva squat, bend and tap. Okay, step your left toes to the back of your yoga mat. Push through your feet, high crescent lunge, root and rise. Feeling that new sense of power in your right leg from all of that. With your right thumb in front, bend your elbows. Take your elbows back and wide. Breathe in at the back of your heart space. Exhale, goddess to your arms. Then airplane hinge forward. As you lean your weight to your right foot, fly into your airplane pose, push down into the earth to float up. And a little softness in your right knee. Rise all the way, stand with your left leg this time, Eka Pada Tadasana. Full inhale. Gonna take this to fire option to extend your left leg as you exhale, pull and kick. Back to your airplane pose, we fly, deep breath in. Hold here, or one Shiva squat pulsation. So we bend your right knee. Right, tap your left knee towards your right calf. You might bring your hands to heart center. And then push through your right foot back to your airplane pose. So push and fly. We'll step into our crescent lunge, left toes land. Lift through your heart, lift through your hands. And then release your hands down to your yoga mat to frame your right foot this time. Turn all 10 toes to your left into a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, soften your knees, let your head be heavy. Just gonna give yourself 3 cycles of breath here. Allowing this to be a little pause point, an opportunity to check back in with your breath. To lengthen your breath. Bring you right back into the moment. On your inhale, go ahead and lift up halfway. Feel the extension of your spine. As you exhale, turn to the left, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat. Okay, root into your hands, send your left leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog, big breath in. Your exhale will bring your knee to your nose as you breathe out. Hold for your inhale. Stay for your exhale. 3-legged dog, left leg lengthens. Left knee, left shoulder, breath out. Hold for your inhale. Stay as you exhale. 3-legged dog, big breath in. Last time, left knee, right tricep. Hold for your inhale. Yeah, that's it. Hold as you exhale. 3-legged dog from your belly straight. Pull more than you push in your hands. And then place your left foot forward with control. Cow lunge, right knee's gonna dip towards a hover. Breathe your heart through your biceps. And cat lunge, trying all the length, the extension through your legs. Dive over your left thigh. When you bend into your front knee, tip your weight to your left foot, Shiva squat, right knee towards your left calf. Maybe your right knee goes a little bit wider towards the left, the outside of your calf. Drive through your left heel, gentle standing splits. Breathe your right toes to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale back to your Shiva squat. And then right toes to the back of your yoga mat, setting up for your high crescent lunge. Press through your feet and pull yourself up on your inhalation. Hook your left thumb in front of your right, bend your elbows, and pull your elbows wide and back as you pull your chest forward and through. You can feel that energy that builds up along your collarbones. And then goddess your arms as you exhale, let that energy wash through. As you airplane hinge forward, feel it exit through your fingertips. Press your left foot to fly into your airplane pose. And a little softness to your left knee, rise all the way to stand with your right leg. And inhale, draws you up to your 1-legged Tadasana. Exhale to fist of fire, option to kick your right heel forward. Really feel your sternum pull forward and through. Airplane pose, we fly. And in your airplane, you can hold or maybe 1 Shiva squat pulsation. So as you bend both knees, right knee might tap your left calf. Maybe bring your hands to your heart as well, getting low. And then push through your left foot to fly back up, airplane pose. Our crescent lunge is our next shape, right toes release. Your inhale, elevate your heart and hands. And exhale your hands down to the earth. And all 10 toes turn to the right, find your wide-legged forward fold. And take 3 breaths here again. This last breath in, let it be extra full. And then maybe clearing exhale out of your mouth. So you find your half lift and lengthen, strengthen, then rotate to your right, low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. This time you're going to step back into your high plank pose. Right foot will meet your left. And pause for your breath in and for your breath out. And inhale, shift yourself forward. Lower super slow motion to the earth. Elbows glide right back beside you. Now untuck your toes. Find your low cobra as you breathe, lift the back of your heart. On your exhale, walk one elbow forward at a time into your Sphinx Pose. Push down with your forearms, elevate your chest. Bring up the pull of your ribcage away from your pelvis. Okay, we're going to take a little kind of reverse twist action here. So bend your right heel towards your booty. Kind of like that flamingo leg action. And then take your right toes towards the left side of your body. Pull your heart forward. Your left knee can kind of bend. So it's kind of like Sphinx and Wild Thing together. Imagine you're taking your right toes towards your left shoulder. Continue to push down with your forearms and pull your chest through. You want to content your fingertips of your right hand out in front of you. As you move down with your right fingertips, pull your right knee towards the back of your yoga mat. Take a big breath in. And exhale back to center into Sphinx Pose. Okay, reset, heart goes forward. Then bend your left heel towards your booty like a little flamingo kick. Take your left toes towards the right like Wild Thing almost. Your toes don't need to touch the ground, they can float in space. You're on like the outside of your right thigh. As you root through your forearms and pull your heart forward. Maybe you tent your left fingertips out in front of you. And as you push through your fingertips, pull your left knee back in space towards the back of your yoga mat. Breathing room into your body. And one more inhale here. And then exhale back into your Sphinx Pose. You push down with your forearms. And then go ahead and tuck your toes underneath. Knees up or knees down for support, forearm plank. From here, as you push through your forearms, begin to slowly walk your feet into a dolphin pose. Filling that space across your chest. And our upper body variations help to create today, feeling that length through your hamstrings. A little softness in your knees, sits bones stretch to the sky. Find 3 slow breaths. Continue to root down with your forearms. Our last little variation here with an inhale, you lift your right leg to the sky. And on your exhale, lower your right toes to the earth again. And inhale, you sweep your left leg to the sky. Then exhale your left toes to the earth again. Take a big breath in. Child's pose, let your knees go wide. Untuck your toes and your hips to your heels. And maybe take your hands back towards your heels to relax and let go of your shoulders. And from here, Go ahead and use your hands just to push up to a tall seat on your shins. Your knees can stay a little bit wider than hips distance here. You're gonna reach our hands up to the sky with a big breath in. And on your exhale, twist to your left. Right hand's gonna reach across you to the outside of your left thigh. Left fingertips can be like a kickstand or a second spine. Breathe in and up through your heart and crown. And then exhale to rotate a little bit deeper. And one more breath like that. Maybe sending more of the breath into the back of your body this time. And as you exhale, you rinse and rotate around. And keep your left fingertips where they are. You're gonna press through your shins and lift your pelvis up as much as feels safe for your body. And then this like half camel, reach your right hand overhead. Actively press it down through your shins. And then slowly settle back. Hips to your heels, just moving through center. Inhale, circle, sweep both hands to the sky. And exhale to twist to the right. Right fingertips behind you, left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Breathe in to grow tall. And on your exhale, twist deeper. And one more breath like that. Inhale, lift, lengthen. And exhale, rinse and rotate a little bit deeper. And right fingertips are set up for you. Go ahead and push down with your shins, lifting your pelvis into your half camel. Left hand can sweep up and overhead. As you draw your navel in, really drive your shin bones energetically into the earth. Let your shoulder blades scoop your heart to the sky. And then slowly settle back to your seat. You're gonna tip your hips to the left or to the right. Bring your legs out in front of you and scooch forward to the top of your yoga mat. We'll use our core to lower us down to our back body before we take our last couple of shapes of practice. So go ahead and flex your feet out in front of you. The angle of your legs you can change as you go, but this is just a customization for your body. And as you flex your feet, you're gonna reach your heart and hands to the sky. Take a big breath in. Anchor your heels into the earth and hinge back just halfway or 1/3 of the way to start. You feel your heart pull through your biceps a little bit. You're pressing your heels not only into the earth, but you're isometrically pulling your heels towards your seat to pull your navel to your spine. And you take an inhale here. On your exhale, lift and lengthen out your left leg. Good. And breathe in, just place your left heel back to the earth. On your exhale, lift and lengthen out your right leg. See how high and reach to your right heel you can get to your right leg. And inhale to lower. And exhale, left leg. Maybe your leg can lift a little bit higher and reach a little further. And inhale, left heel lowers. And exhale, right leg, maybe it gets a little bit higher, your right heel reaches a little further. And then release your right leg. Take one more breath in, reach your hands to the sky, but keep your heart where it is in space. And then start to lower down from there. Exhale all the way to the back of your body. Continue to root your heels as you roll back. Find a full body stretch at the bottom, big breath in. And then bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest as you exhale. Hands to your shins, let your knees go wide into your modified happy baby. As you breathe into your back body, letting this happy baby be more about the length of your spine and connecting to the steadiness of the earth. You want to go to a fuller expression of happy baby, maybe reach your hands to your ankles or your feet. Breathe to the back of your heart. And then we'll take one more bridge variation, this little exploration in our bridge pose. So knees bent, place your feet to the earth. Heels stacked beneath your knees. Go ahead and root down with your feet. Press into your triceps, the backs of your arms, and lift your pelvis towards the sky. You can prioritize length here, so think about the length between your rib cage and your pelvis, in both the front and the back of your body. Your shoulder blades maybe slide a little bit closer together to help boost your heart up. As you push through your heels, you can feel free to stay here. Maybe root down through your right foot. From your strong core that you just activated, send your left leg towards the sky. Feeling the resemblance of this and that little core connection we found on our way down. Feel your strong side bodies. Try to elevate your left hip in line with your right. Take one more breath in. And exhale, place your left foot to the earth again. Give yourself a breath in to reset. And drive through your left foot and push your right leg to the sky as you breathe out. Flex up through your right heel, root down through your left heel. Try to lift your right hip point in line with your left. Feel your pelvic floor light up. Take one more breath in. And exhale, lower your right foot to the ground. So you root through your feet, raise your hips up. One more inhale. Doing that reset, and then exhale, slow and steady. Surrender all the way down to the earth. Walk your feet out wide to the outside edges of your yoga mat and take a couple windshield wipers from side to side. Then pause at center this next time. Wander your feet back to about hips distance. Eagle stack your right thigh on top of your left. So you just need a single stack unless you want the double. Okay, we're gonna scooch our hips and enter to the right, and then drop our knees to the left into an eagle leg twist. And if you prefer the gentle twist we started class with, feel free to unwind your legs and just stack your knees. If your left shoulder blade feels like it's kind of stuck beneath your body, untuck your left shoulder blade to lengthen and twist a little bit deeper through your spine. Let's take one more cycle of breath here. Reconnecting to that expansive nature of your inhale. And a slow, steady release of your exhale. A little bit of center strength helps bring your knees back to center, square your hips up, unwind your legs. Maybe a couple windshield wipers to reset, and then second side, it's gonna be left thigh on top of your right. Scoot your hips to the left a little bit, and then tip your knees to the right side of your yoga mat. Maybe free your right shoulder from beneath your body, and then breathe along your left side. When you're ready to migrate back to the midline, take your time to bring yourself back to center. Unwind your legs and gather your knees into your chest. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees. Take a deep, deep breath in. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Allow your legs and arms to release long. Let yourself become heavy. Feels okay, allow your eyes to close. And then let everything beyond your breath fade back again. So you just feel the slow and steady rise of your breath in. And the slow, steady release of your breath out. And for this moment right now, everything beyond your breath is not important. For 5 minutes, we can be present with our breath and trust that everything else that is waiting for us will still be there. But we'll be more centered and more connected, more equipped to manage all that life places in our path. After taking time to ground and realign first. As you stay with the breath, we'll revisit our little mantra from Dear Universe. Dear Universe, and open my heart and my mind to new and exciting experiences and adventures. I trust that you will guide me to intuitively follow the right path of inspired action to take. So be it, so it is. Dear Universe, open my heart and my mind to new and exciting experiences and adventures. I trust that you will guide me to intuitively follow the right path of inspired action to take. So be it, so it is. So as you start to deepen your breath a little bit more, maybe start to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes, hands and feet. Feel the fullness of energy in your body, feel the fullness of your breath. All that potential ready to be applied, ready to help you as you expand and as you stretch wide. So maybe an inhale reaches your hands up and overhead, feeling all that new space that you created. On your exhale, you can either bring your hands to your heart or bring your knees into your chest and tip to your left or to your right on your way up to a comfortable seat. And you take this final pause of practice. It's an opportunity to acknowledge the time and the intention that you devoted to your practice this morning. Recognizing the energy that you put into each moment of your practice, the intention that you infused every breath with, and to honor not only your commitment to your practice, but also this community and the support that it provides, and the ancient roots of the practice itself, right? The practice that brings us all together. We'll take one more deep breath in through the nose, nice and full. And one more clearing exhale to release. And may yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, leading us to live more authentically, and to love more deeply, and to see more clearly each and every day. Thank you so, so much for being here this morning, for starting your morning with movement, with intention. Namaste.